Alright. Getting everything sorted. And I think we're good to go. Just looking at audio levels, everything should be okay. My mic seems to be a little quieter than usual, but it looks like it's picking up. Okay, cool. Just making sure we don't have any glitches. I'm just... I was working yesterday and this morning on a really cool World War I trench op. Then when I tried to boot it on the server was not having any of that, with a bunch of compatibility issues between the IFA mod and some of the World War I mods, and I found out it was the World War I mods that were pulling a missing dependency from the IFA mods, and it was refusing to boot, and I'm just like, it's fine. Oh well. That's 4 hours down the drain. I had a few people reach out to me, say, hey, they can look into seeing about the compatibilities, but I told them no sweat, I'll just work on... I just shifted over to working on POG for tonight, and then some 40k also needs to be worked on tonight. That might be after POG, though. And then I'll be working on some other 40k stuff, because that 40k stuff is going to be for Revy's 31st Steel Legion. That's going to be them versus Orcs. They're also bringing in a few other communities. And then I want to work on a few more of, not a few more, but a few of my own 40k ops for my own community, which will be Kriegsmen and some trenches and whatnot. So I'll be working on that pretty well. I'll probably take like Orvo or one of the other default TIOW maps and then just heavily entrenching the shit out of it, and then assigning some Kriegsmen, and we can have some infantry, some tank support, or some artillery. Probably want to do some artillery though. That would be fun because I can give the player base a chance if anyone of them want to play a dedicated arty crew, and we can go from there. But I've got plenty of other ops on the docket. Probably not going to Zeus anything with my community till about Sunday, and then we'll just go heavy with next week. Just because everything else is kind of fallen flat, so I've just been using the time to work on other stuff and working on some chores and whatnot, just taking care of the house with fall and everything. Had to move all my stuff inside to my greenhouse, and almost have all that sorted as I try to free up time to keep working with stuff, because the end of the year goal is to only have like maybe 7 ops a week, so I can free up some more time to do other stuff, because there's probably going to be kids in a few years. On Bloodwind, we finally got a date for the damn venue and the frickin' church and all that sorted, so now it's just getting all this other stuff set. It is on the calendar somewhere, funny enough. But how are you all doing? Erasto, welcome. Also, Ghost Wolf, how you doing, buddy? How are you doing? No, you told me everything was good with you, but I always like to make sure. Shark, how you doing? I know you were here for the earlier stream where we were showing off some of the POG stuff. I decided to scrap that mech because no matter what I could do, there was no way I could hide the helicopters. I don't know why, but even when you set them to hidden and they initialize, they don't actually hide, and then they lag the server to hell. So I guess no helicopters in compositions going forward, unless if stuff is attaching to them, then it's fine, but if you're attaching the helicopters to other things, it's not fine, which is why the war games gets away with it, because everything's attached to a helicopter. It was so weird. Like, it was just making a very loud helicopter noise, because, it was 8 helicopters on top of each other, and they wouldn't hide, which we kind of need, because otherwise it's going to get spawn killed. Anyway, let me go ahead and throw that prediction up, because I know that's what you guys are here for. You want to watch OFCRA action, and you want to bet your imaginary channel points. Looks like Blue 4 is attacking, and Op 4 is going to be defending. Blue 4 is going to definitely be some sort of GI group. Looks like we've got US and Australians, and Op 4 is going to be PAVN. I'll go ahead and set that for 15 minutes. We'll get to the scenario when the mission actually pushes through, but yeah. Busy writing something up in Discord? Bro. I hope it's not bad news. I hope it's something server related. I would love to go back into Malsk and be absolutely bullied to hell. You know what? I'll do this. Ghost Wolf, if you make a Namalsk server again, I will run an 8-hour DayZ stream. Maybe even 12. Like, I am that desperate. I am that fucking desperate for Namalsk. I want Namalsk back again, broski. Absolutely would love it. What did Tech Priest want? Still think the mechanic is trying to raid an IKEA toaster would be a great op. I mean, yeah. Tech Priest, if you want to throw me 150, I would be more than happy to run something like that. just because everything else is assigned to other operations that we've got in the docket. Unfortunately, it's not Namalsk. Ah. That's okay. Let me see. You were actually writing something up, so that's funny. You know, that makes sense, though, because you were saying that there was a few issues with hardcore Namalsk reporting and whatnot. But let me see where you wrote it with Daisy General. All right, what do we got? Oh! Oh, it's a server! It's a server! What map is it? I don't see a map. Ghost Wolf, what map is it? There's an overheating issue. Takistan. Okay. And you're saying there's an overheat issue. Cool. Alright, broski. Yeah. No, we'll play that this weekend. We'll play it tomorrow. Oh, well, no. Let me think about it. We have FNF. Then I'm going to be probably only doing 2 rounds in FNF so I can jump into a 5th OML up on the ground, play as a sister battle, because, again, that's one of the communities I like playing in, you know? And then after that, we'll do Takistan. We just need to refine the menu. Let me know if the old menu's still good, or what we might need to change in there, or you might even be working on a menu I haven't. This is all so sudden. Yes! Oh, God. You won't be able to do it this weekend? No! Does Friday count as the weekend? Shit. Okay. Let me know what your availability is at all for, like, the next 2 weeks. Yeah, we'll probably have to run on the Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. Oh, it's annoying. Shark, I'll move it to the How to Join channel. I'm not sure if Ghost Wolf has the perms to post it in there, but after this stream, I'll take care of that. But, oh. I wasn't expecting Ghost Wolf to just pull a server out like that. Like, damn. Alright. Takistan. I've never played DayZ on Takistan. That should be interesting. But, alright. A lot of cool things just came out. Awesome. Great. I'm happy. Yeah, righto, Tech Priest. When you get that up and ready to go, let me know. Because I am going to run a few 40k ops in my own community as well. Cycled or centered around Kriegsman. But if we want to throw in some IKEA BS, by all means. I've got my underdev Valk working on 40k stuff. And, I mean, she literally built a bunch of orc shit in like 12 hours and then immediately returned it to me like the next morning. I'm like, damn, okay. She's back to working quick again, so I gotta get that approved tonight. And then we can draft up 2 more mission files and have everything for December done. And then I guess, I mean, if tech's ready by then we can get like some IKEA toaster things set up and ready to go, you know? Are there any desert or Middle Eastern themed maps in DayZ? I'm going to be honest, I don't know. That's where my knowledge is kind of lacking. I know Takistan exists, but beyond that, I think your best bet would be to go to a site like iSurvive or something and just look up what maps are there. Or you could probably search it by, you know, maybe someone has a Steam Workshop playlist or something. Yeah, Sly, because that's what tech seems to want. Alright, let me chab out real quick and check on how many players. We've got about 120 on today. That's pretty nice. But yeah, today's a good day. Bloodwing's been working on an emblem for our wedding. That's been interesting. But I like it. God, just so many things now have to kick off after we've decided on the venue and locked all the dates in. Now I gotta get with my family, go with a rehearsal dinner. I already got some choices out there. I just have to make the calls to see what's available for like a 35, 40 person rehearsal dinner. Oh, it's nuts. Greek weddings, 200 people. At least we have a meme day. Our wedding is now on a meme day, which I already was celebrating because it was a meme day, so now it just means even more shit, but... Oh, my God. Hey, Seeker, how you doing? I'm also debating after this if I go back onto POG and I just try to come up with a random, like, super custom composition. But at the same time, I really want to see how POG goes tonight because we have so much stuff on POG that I need to see, like, what we're going to do before anything kicks off. But anyway, let's go ahead and do a breakdown of the scenario here. So this is going to be a Vietnam, U.S. Army, and ANZAC versus PAVNs, basically U.S. and Australian forces versus NVA, PAVN, whatever you want to call them. Otherwise, here are the objectives. So whoever controls the Citadel by the end of the game gets 3 points. The Citadel is this orange area. Blue 4, in addition, can sabotage a radio tower by the 60-minute mark. Looks like that radio tower is over here. So if Blue 4 get control of this area within the hour mark and sabotage it, they are good. There's probably something in here that they have to interact with somewhere, I would assume. Or they could just potentially blow it up. I assume they have to interact with this piece right here to quote-unquote sabotage it. And they have to recover a CIA agent by the 50-minute mark and bring him back to an airbase, which is here. So I'd imagine that this is probably the zone that they have to bring him in, and that crash site is here. I'm just looking around to confirm the location of the VIP. Imagine he's somewhere in here. This is a Turn C130 texture. We actually see it's a Cup 1 because it has that dirt underneath that is well hidden in the grass. But I don't see him actually in here. So he could be nearby, but that is also worth 3 points. And then there's 3 tiers of supremacy. If you have your opponents less than 15, 10, or 5, that is all worth 8 points. Anyway, Op4 have to defend that radio tower by the 60-minute mark. And then they have to recover the CIA agent alive and keep him in Bao Liu, which is over here at this little bunker location, which I am assuming is the location of where they want to turn him in. And this, yep, this is one of those default textures here, but they've got this all dressed up inside. They have a little cage for him. That's cute. So that's also worth 3 points. And then if they also interrogate the CIA agent, which I assume means they bring him in here and actually interact with the radio on there, they probably get an additional... Nope, they do get an additional 2 points. So a little bonus objective for Op4 if they're able to get the CIA agent. That is quite cute. Otherwise, they also have that supremacy bonus. So we'll see how things go. Otherwise, let's go ahead and look at our roster here. So Blue 4 Command is going to be Flip for Flap, Jonathan as the 2IC. Let's see the ANZAC group real quick. What do we got for these guys? Looks like it's going to be a few 113s and some Command Jeeps. We also have some helicopters and some boats in play for Blue 4. But otherwise, ANZAC, we're going to be seeing some scoped Mark 14s, no body armor, which is always something to remember. Some Sterling SMGs, some M2 carbines with the 30-round mags. We also got some L1A1s, which are basically some FNFALs. And some M16s also in play for ANZAC. Some M79 grenade launchers, and we also have that M60 there. But ANZAC players looking pretty good. Seeing not that much AT, though. Looking over at Blue 4, let's go ahead and take a look first at the naval base. So they have some of the... is this the... I can't remember if this is the SOG or the Unsun one. I think it's the SOG one, but I could be wrong. But I remember the Unsun one also has like a titty picture in here, and I'm not seeing the titty picture. And the texture looks a lot nicer, so I'm assuming this is the SOG one. But yeah, multiple side railings and the rear gun. These guys, we've got M16s for a majority of these GIs. We're also seeing some M72 Laws. We got this disgusting looking M16 right there. Ah, that's cute. And then we got these guys test firing here. They're going to be an air assault group. We've got some Hueys with door guns. No rocket pods anywhere. But their weaponry also appears to be M16 based. We got some M60s as well for machine guns. That looks pretty good. Oh, that's a sawed down M79. Interesting. The crews get M79s. That's kind of... Imagine getting knocked out of the sky. VC comes for you, and you got a freaking grenade launcher ready to go. That's cute. All right, more gunshots as we leave that area. Looking back at the PAVN here. We've got some SKSs, some Mass 39s in play, some PPSHs. They've got some Dishkas on top of some DTR 40s here, as well as some transport trucks. I do see some AKs, and we also have a Dragunov. 2 Dragunovs, actually, 2 SVDs. Some MAT 49s there as well. So good combination of French and Russian weaponry, or I guess in this era, Soviet weaponry. These guys hotboxing the temple up here. More AKs, PKM in play. More of those Mass 49s. RPGs also in play as well. They got immersive SIGs, which is why you see all the smoke coming out of their mouths there. But these appear to be general infantry. They've also got some pretty big fortifications on the Citadel itself, mainly with a lot of Dishkas. We also saw when checking out this radar position, radio tower, excuse me, they did have a built-in anti-aircraft weapon, AAA specifically, but these guys, more AKs in play here, more RPGs, so more of their standard infantry here. With PAVN, that's to be expected. SKSs or AKs were the main for them, at least later in the war. Early in the war would be SKSs, later it would be the AK. Otherwise, that's a pretty good divide. OPFOR command, I'm going to quickly try to dig around. It's going to be Sam, so my Sam, the Sam that got shot to death by a raccoon a few days ago, is going to be ground commanding OPFOR. That should be quite interesting. I'm not going to do a name read-off, but I will say this, based off the amount of vehicles that Blue 4 has, OPFOR definitely going to have an infantry advantage compared to Blue 4, but let me do some sizing real quick. So from the end of Foxtrot, we have everything that goes down nearly a full page, and then OPFOR, yeah, so there's a massive infantry advantage to Blue 4. Very much like maybe 10 to 15 people. So that number advantage that Blue 4 would enjoy from, OPFOR would enjoy due to Blue 4 having so many people on crews and anti-aircraft. I mean, that's kind of moot. So I'm going to be honest, my money's on Blue 4 for the sheer amount of players. Let me show you what I mean. So if I click at the end of that, this is a full page of Blue 4, and then we scroll down. And then if we were to scroll to Golf, we still have literally like almost a second full page. You go to OPFOR, scroll up the top, click on Bot, so the end of Whiskey. They only have X-Ray and Yankee after that. So if I were to make a guesstimate, they have Golf, Hotel, and then the helicopter crews and the boat crews after. So with those 2 extra groups compared to these 2 extra groups, the infantry is pretty much neck and neck, and Blue 4 have basically all of that number advantage to fly assets. And that's also not including the fact that some of these groups might get out of the vehicles as well and play infantry later, so that's a lot. Well, Penguin, it's on the main channel if you want to go watch it. It's 10 minutes of the New York Police Department trying to kill a squirrel and a raccoon. And it's probably some of the funniest shit I've seen in a while, at least Zeus. Mission has started. We see that these guys are immediately going to be leaving the bunker. They're going to try to cross this bridge here because they want... Oh, there's a wrecked convoy right here. That's cute. They are basically going for the crash site. Now, I don't know where that CIA spook is over here, but he's going to be somewhere by the crash site. The crash site itself might be a search area, so he might not be here. They might just be, you know, around somewhere in the crash site. So it's going to be really hard for me to keep track of where this chucklehead might be. But he could be hidden in a bush for all I know. Yeah, we'll see Blue 4 and OPFOR fight over that. Blue 4 probably going to immediately put their helicopters around and try to land somewhere super close to then start searching for them. Then those helicopters might break away and harass the PAVN that come in. So we also see some boats deploying. I'm going to try to track what I can here. 3 boats out and about, no crew. Oh, nope, a little bit of Delta and Echo is loaded in on them. Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie for Blue 4, as well as Command, are in the helicopters, and then Golf and Hotel are in those 113s already driving in. So I'm going to imagine these guys are probably going to focus on trying to hit that radio tower. We have LZ Alabama over here, which I think is an extra LZ for Blue 4 to use, but OPFOR is immediately going to send forces down to watch that. We're probably going to see this force drive into here set up a base of fire, and then cross to hit that radio tower, because there's not really any other way for them to get to this zone. The only way that does exist is an unmarked bridge, but, I mean, they'd have to cross right through the Citadel area as well, and you got this dirt road up here, so they'd have to definitely go off and around. And the bridge is barricaded for 113s anyway, so they wouldn't be able to enter with those vehicles on that side. They have to go on the opposite side, take the dirt paths in, but that's all OFCRA territory. All right, Blue 4 immediately landing here. They're rushing right towards the crash site. It really does feel like Blue 4 had the advantage of landing right here, but I mean, we already have OFCRA deploying. Some infantry have deployed early and are heading out over here. I don't know for what advantage. These guys are only 4 dudes with a marksman. So we'll see where that crew decides to deploy. Maybe to try to set up a blocking position somewhere. Maybe to run in and harass the airbase in case Blue 4 does pull the VIP out. That is quite possible. But that is tough. I'm hearing the anti-aircraft gun fire now. One shell went out. Sounds like there's a second anti-aircraft gun out here. All right, so I think they're just ranging to see where the rounds auto-detonate. But yeah, Blue 4 helicopters actually flying around the AOs is going to be quite suicidal. They're probably going to be staying outside of the AO. Now, we also have a Little Bird landing up here with a +1. That could be ground command landing. It is. So he's going to command from a really tall position on the rear and try to guide in the 113s, which, by the way, it looked like they were moving past this bridge, but they're actually instead going to go on this side and potentially reinforce. I see what Blue 4 is trying to do now. They're going to drive in. They're going to secure the VIP. Then they're going to link up with Blue 4, assault the radio tower position through these low grounds here, and then end at the Citadel. That is exactly what they're trying to do, but we're about to have first contact here. Bluck has a group ready to go at the base here. Defoe also looking around, might see those GIs. We see Ibnomain engaging first. Vengel taking fire, and M60 is pushing his position as we see one OFCRA already down, and that would be Gregory. More suppressive fire going into Defoe, trying to move around and get a flanking shot on Nubas. Nubas dodges. More shots coming around. Gerald is now in the open here. Ibnomain low and trying to do some medical. Looks like, okay, grenade went off over here. They're bouncing wide because Nubas doesn't realize he's bouncing them off the ground here. That's why they're landing that spot, because they're bouncing off a tree. But that grenade with a scream actually gets Defoe, and I think Nubas is going to be credited with that kill. He is not. Okay. Yeah, sometimes grenade kills are not credited, but it looks like what's-his-face gets taken out, so it's Ventilage. So 3 OFCRA down. More trying to move as a 4th OFCRA member is taken out. That's probably one of the 7th there. Nope, it was Phobos. So Blue 4 getting some really easy pickings, though. Gerald, with that PPSH, could find a position to start flanking. You got to remember, there's no body armor right now. Grenade goes off. We hear another scream off to the side, and another member is down. 2, actually. Sen and Laserwolf. Spirit is also bleeding out as Blue 4 are now pushing. Ibnomain suppressing with that M60. And this OFCRA attack is utterly scuffed, and we do have one guy waiting around back here, but almost everyone that's sent up here is taken out. Farmer John taken out by Bluck, being very aggressive with his M16, but already up on 3 kills. And now we see double tapping shots on everybody. Gerald also found and eliminated by Masano as Gerald tried to flank around. That is insane. OPFOR literally wiped on an attack, and Blue 4 have not taken a single casualty. Not KIA, casualty. And Blue 4 trying to now one-up that by having their own chopper start putting rounds in. But I haven't seen a Blue 4 guy get wounded. It's all been OPFOR takeouts. But again, that could change because these choppers do not know what's going on. I think Bluck's going to try to radio up that there is a bit of blue on blue here. Now there's a casualty, but it's on a completely different side of the AO. Giovanni, I think, slipped on a rock and got hurt, so that's funny. But yeah, Blue 4, these are the Anzac forces coming in to deliver a flank if needed. But Blue 4, I mean, the GI has got that pretty well cleaned up. You got the boats coming up. We have a Dishka on top of a BTR 40 brought in. I'm wondering if these Op 4 have RPGs. We do have an RPG down. And then we've got this guy right here. Might have rifle grenades on that SKS. But those boats, it's going to be another bout of action there. We'll have to see where that goes. So you got Bravo left on his own right here, and I think he's trying to radio to his guys to ask what the hell is going on. Little does he realize, all of his forces became grenade fuel for Blue 4. We've got AA fire come. Oh my god! So Arakiru and Gazag just got sniped by an AA gun. I can't... Okay, I genuinely think he's shooting at the helicopters. And because the helicopters were flying over Blue 4, I don't think Arakiru was being aimed at. I think that was a literal...
51 months. Hope you have good one.
I think Op 4 was just trying to hit the helicopters. And then the crossfire caused the rounds to land on infantry. That is honestly what I think just happened right there. Because that's funny. So Blue 4 pulling fire. First Blue 4 casualties are taken in a really crazy situation there. If I was Arakiru, though, I'd be fuming about that. Bro got sniped. But Connor, thanks for the 51-month resub, buddy. I appreciate all your support. Hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. We got Swollen Wombat looking around for the CIA VIP here. I couldn't find him, but I'm assuming they will. Worst comes to worst, I mean, Blue 4, they have a massive number advantage at the moment. They got some really nice overwatch capacity here. The boats, looks like they started taking fire from over there, so they're going to deploy their infantry over here instead and try to walk them in. That's a smart call because with all that infantry, they're not really able to do much, but you have all this heavy fire now coming out. That's going to keep that Op 4 group pinned to the south, but, I mean, looking at the numbers... Still got Gazag bleeding out over here. I doubt he's going to survive. I don't see any other Blue 4 moving his position, so it's just going to be a quiet bleed out. We see some GLs going off. I don't see Bravo alive up here anymore, so I'm assuming he was taken out. Looking down here, yeah, so he basically pushed up and Blue 4 chewed him up. He did, however, get a kill. Bluck basically traded with him. He's up to 4 kills now, but he is dead, so... Good trade there. At least Bravo was able to get a single kill compared to the rest of his group, which got nothing. So he gets the bragging rights there. Gonna be honest, this 4-man team now coming up is gonna try to now flank and attack the crash site position to look for the VIP. I still have no idea where the VIP is, but I'm sure Blue 4 is looking. Gazag is woken back up. He's still bandaging, so he didn't get a heal. I mean, lucky him to wake back up. Maybe he only got hit a little bit, so he was actually able to pass a wake-up check there. Very lucky. But yeah, no, they got tagged by AA fire. That's usually frowned upon in OFCRA, but based off of where the helicopters were flying, I genuinely think the AA gun was just trying to shoot the helicopters down. And you just had that very, very unlucky instant. Wrong place, wrong time, exactly. So you got Blue 4 Command still up on the northern side. Looks like they both took the Little Bird up there, actually, and they just parked it right there, yeah. So now they're just trying to scout out everything to the south, potentially having eyes on the radio tower position itself here. But Blue 4, I mean, they're going to have to then cross in. We got Hotel already coming up. Curie, though, he's looking around. Got the, these guys are remaining low. They got a machine gun ready to go. Do they have AT ready to fire, though? That's the real question. At this range, RPG fire is going to be a bit tough to make. Alexander does have the RPG out. Will he be able to spot it through this tall grass, though? Hey, Razor, how you doing? Waiting to see if we see a rocket fire over. We have some GLs firing over, though. That one going to be a little over range, but that was online to hit Jamera. Heavy fire coming out on Dr. Snuggles' position. There's the RPG. It goes over. It was on target, but it was over ranged, and the 50 cal has no idea where to fire here. OFCRA have a really nice spread out on this spot. Blue 4 waiting to see reinforcements come down to assist. Second RPG goes out. It's also a miss. That one went over. OFCRA has to be careful because they probably only have one RPG left, but one of the Blue 4 guys gets picked off. That would have been Gato. See, it's a catch-22. The 113 wants to come out to see where OFCRA is. You can kind of see where they're poking their heads out right there, for example, but as soon as they do, they're going to be more prone to being hit by RPGs. But Alexander, he's using his rifle now, might be out of RPGs to fire there, and I got a little bit of a lag spike. You see more AA fire coming in, and that, I think, just knocked Ivnomane out. Yeah, I don't think Blue 4 realized that the helicopters flying overhead is actually causing them to take casualties. We have more KIA from that anti-aircraft fire because the helicopters keep flying around that zone and aggroing said helicopters. It's actually kind of funny. So we still have it like 38 minutes till we hit the 50-minute mark. OPFOR could still sneak that 4-man team in and find the VIP. We do have this helicopter heading back, though. They have the VIP. Okay, we see him in the back of the helicopter right there. He's just going to land on the airbase. That's going to be 3 points for Blue 4. Great early start. We have a killed gunner in the vehicle. That'll be Morgalad. But this OPFOR team is holding. I'm trying to see if Blue 4 is going to try to move in to reinforce. We also have the boat groups coming in. Haven't been seeing a lot of action there. OPFOR has kind of folded everyone back. They've turned the Dishka away. I'm trying to see if these guys are going to potentially retreat from this area to allow Blue 4 to get in a bit closer so they can deploy somewhere on the Citadel. But, I mean, OPFOR does not have a lot of infantry here. That's for sure. Razor, I've been there before. Plenty of times. I hate it, you know? Otherwise, we got these transport trucks taking fire. But to be honest, Blue 4 shouldn't be engaging those. They could use those. They could definitely use those. But we see some more suppression going out here. We have another set of 2 bodies over there. So this Blue 4 and Zach group just got completely annihilated. Well, not completely, but we have 2 other people. Oh! Well, we did have 2 people. But yeah, I don't think they're going to be moving anytime soon. Thankfully, Vincenzo is the medic, so we could get him back up. That was a great pick-off by Sismo there with iron sight. So he's already up a kill, and he's just looking at anything else he could potentially pick off. But, ooh, that was a great shot. Now, the question in this AO, I'm just looking for somewhere to lower my camera. I just heard another rifle grenade fire. But it's short. Yeah, they don't have the range on those rifle grenades to fire over the river. But from here, what does Blue 4 do? I would assume their next step is to move up to the river, try to cross in, and then hit the radio tower to get that by the 60-minute mark.
Good day, Liru.
Good day to you, dude. Dreadnought, thanks for the 49-month resub. I hope you keep enjoying the operations. I do hope you get a nice kick out of this scenario. Maybe you'll see the mounts up go up north and then come in super low so they can avoid the AA gun and hit LZ Alabama. Maybe they'll do a river crossing, but I mean, we see that some of them are also checking the vehicles here. They could also take those and move down south and try to assault the Citadel and then bypass the radio site itself. Or they can use the bridge right there. It's not on the map, but there is a bridge here. They can then take that up to that position. There's a lot of different ways they can do it, but if they keep throwing their head against the wall, I mean, these 5 players... I mean, Jamera's got 3 kills. Sismo was on 1 and he got a knockout. Looks like these guys are just going to take the 113 and what are they doing? They're going to go for it. But unsupported. I mean, it's a bit silly for Blue 4, but we just have this massive amount of forces here. I'm worried that they're going to just trickle in on that 5-man defensive line and be defeated on detail. Alexander is literally rushing up to that position. He doesn't have any RPGs left. Does he have AT grenades? If he has an AT grenade, he might. I have no idea what the play is right here. It's a really weird call. I mean, one of them had rifle grenades, so now would be a good opportunity. However, there is a friendly right on it. They're calling over the radio about it. Seismo, I don't see any rifle grenades loaded. Are they just blitzing through? They're trying to get on top now to shoot through the hole here. So a few of them take fire. So fun fact, shoot through the back hatch. For whatever reason, that back hatch has less armor. Did he just try to throw a grenade and it just ricocheted back onto him? Or did the bullets kill him? Because that made it look like he killed himself with a grenade, just re-impacting himself. He got ran over? Yeah, that also... I mean, the driver clearly has no idea what he's doing, though. He keeps getting shit wedged in here. Oh, God, Seismo, run. The driver's on a warpath. I'm not going to call this brilliance from the Blue Forge players here, but it's certainly something. The other guy gets out here, and now Jamera just shot through the back hatch and got the kill. And I just heard another scream indicating that I think OFCRA just killed themselves with one of their grenades. That might have been Seismo. Because I don't see Seismo anywhere, so he killed himself. No, he took M79 grenades right there and got blown up because he was looting the body. So I think Jamera knows if he aims the back hatch, he's fine. But he's trying to line up an angle. But this driver is just going nuts. But I found it funny, they tried to get on the top hatch to hit the driver, but they couldn't find the angle on him in that small amount of time. So Vincenzo is just driving around like crazy here. Back hatch, boys, back hatch. I think Snuggles is going to try to go for it again. If he crouches... I mean, this could be a really good stall play and the rest of Blue 4 comes in. However, we see some helicopters. Yeah, those helicopters don't really have that many people on them. Just the crews. And I guess they're just kind of testing the waters here. The 113 manages to wedge itself in a really interesting position. Trying to hit the Under Armour now. And he might be stuck. Or he's goading them. Here we go. No, he's goading. Reloading. There we go. I'm gonna be honest, that's valid because the damn hatch is open. So they finally kill him. And they start unloading the bodies, which I hope doesn't arma anything. Now they're gonna get on the 50 cal and return fire across. And we do have an OPFOR reinforcing line deployed right here. And did Jamera just team kill? He's on 5 kills, mind you. No, I think he was double tapping the bodies. So who else got killed? Dr. Snuggles got killed. I don't know if that was to... I don't know what that was, you know? A very weird call. Anyway, Blue 4 boats have deployed a group from the south. They're going to probably start moving to the Citadel position. And you just have a few more Blue 4 that have trickled over here. I don't really know what these guys are doing. I think they're going to now load up on the helicopters. But one helicopter landed and broke its main rotor because it went too close to that tree. I'd imagine the other two helicopters are going to essentially try to come in, pick up the guys over here. I think they were doing a test flight to LZ, Alabama to see if they took fire. They did not. So I'd imagine they're going to land and pick up a good chunk of this infantry and start redeploying everything to LZ, Alabama. The guys here are just to kind of keep these elements pinned. So Fury taking some heavy fire, gets hit a few times as he's trying to run through the brush here. And he gets shot in the back of the ass and taken out. Jamera still on that 50, trying to find a good angle to work it, but I mean, from his spot, that's not going to be too well. He's got a small kill window here, but Blue 4 just aren't on that spot. Instead, they're a little more to the right. So yeah, these guys just to pin that out for infantry there, make them think they're actually going to do an infantry crossing. And these helicopters are waiting over here. I don't know for what, but the only thing I can think of Blue 4 is going to do is some sort of helicopter maneuver, because nothing else here makes sense. We see that some of the boats are coming back to pick up more people. And one of the boat crews has just outright dismounted. Could be this boat got stuck. Yeah, one of her engines is stuck on the dirt itself. So I think they're going to try to get a tow. And they're just going to load everyone else up and then move it. Boats could be pretty effective, brought right up to the Citadel, but we'll have to see. More long-range fire coming in. Jamera disappears. I don't know if he was just sniped out of the gun or what, but I don't see him anymore. Yeah, he got sniped. Body ends up back here. I don't know what ricocheted up to hit him. Might have been a rifle grenade or an M79 hit, but damn. You got just some random fire on the OFCRA garrison back here. I wonder what they're seeing. Like, they have to maybe see like a little bit through the tree and just see a little bit of a, like a white rice hat or something to contrast, because I don't know, there's a lot of elephant grass and foliage in the way. But yeah, maybe the RPG, maybe the orange of it, maybe the black uniform, something has to be directing the fire of Blue 4 there. All right, helicopters coming back. Yep, so we are going to see that helicopter assault. I would assume they're going right for LZ, Alabama, because if you look at the angle these guys are staring at, they're looking at everything around LZ, Alabama. That, or they think there's no movement up here, they're going to land right on the radio tower. But I wouldn't expect OFCRA to make a positional call like that. Instead, we're probably going to see them just deploy right on that LZ at a position that this AA gun can't hit them, which... Actually, the AA gun is dead, and what the fuck happened back here? I don't even see him on the roster. I just heard a long-range RPG shot. I'm assuming the helicopter... Here's what I'm thinking. Either the helicopter somehow got a super lucky strafe, or it accidentally shot the ground and killed everybody here. That's the only thing I can think of. But you have this AA gun firing. Oh my god, and they do it again, but to their own dudes! I had a feeling. I'm like, wait, they're flying right over that OPFOR group. The AA gun isn't properly ranged, the shots land low, and they snipe half of the remaining OPFOR infantry in the field. This group of 4 is now a group of 2. Oh. That just further reinforces the fact that that AAA site has no idea how underranged it is, so every single kill it's gotten is literally just dumb luck. Both Blue 4 and OPFOR. Klamis, though, he's recorded a -1 kill now. That's funny. Just trying to check the rest of the crew, but damn. All right, Blue 4 sweeping up the southern side here. Boats coming around. Maybe they're going to then go for the bunker. It's really hard to say what the infantry element's going to be doing on that far left side if Blue 4 are going to be going for a helicopter run. But no. Blue 4's redeploying to the south. thing I can think of is these chuckleheads are actually pushing on the northern side. They're going to try to go to the PAVN radar station by the hour 8 mark on foot because they don't trust the LZ because they think there's more OFCRA down than that's actually existing here. And then they sent this squad down to the south to reinforce, but now they're heading south? Back to the airfield? I'm trying to figure out what Blue Force calls are here. And we see some more AA fire, but the rounds are... I thought Blue 4 were going to take a majority of the forces here, go north, because they did a test flight up on this river. I thought they were going for Alabama. But no. And instead, OFCRA, they're rallying their remaining forces here, and they're going to head back to the AA site. This is really confusing. We've got 3 Blue 4 boats in play. I was thinking maybe they would head up and get there, but I don't know why they're walking back in that direction. I thought they'd be picked up by the boats. So either this is a misplay by the squad leader, not realizing that he's going east when he should be heading north, or I don't get why the helicopters would have landed them right there. That has to be a misplay at the squad level. Like, maybe they were told to reinforce. It's so weird. So here's my prediction. I'm not sure if Blue 4 is going to take the radio tower by the hour 8 mark. I think it's pretty safe to consider they're going to take the Citadel, though, and probably get a supremacy bonus. So I'm really leaning to Blue 4. Just for numbers alone. That and the fact they wiped 2 OFCRA groups without taking a single casualty in the beginning, I think has really hit the nail on the head here. But what seems to be an issue for Blue 4 right now is logistics and weird calls. So we have these boats coming around. Maybe, here's my idea. These guys are sweeping the southern road in case any OFCRA are now going to try to go to the airbase. Because you got these 2 helicopters flying orbitals around. Maybe they think OFCRA is sending an infantry group down to retake the VIP. And these guys are sweeping the rear to make sure that, you know, they run into a dismounted vehicle or something and they can confirm that. Helicopters aren't going to find anything. These guys aren't going to find anything, though. Which shows me that their main plan... We still have a squad up here, though. So another helicopter is going to come in and pick them up and move them somewhere. But it's kind of weird to see them playing defense. That, to me, shows that Flip for Flap is greatly overestimating the amount of OFCRA that are still alive. I wouldn't put it past OFCRA to pull something like that if they had the infantry. But I don't think Blue 4 Command has realized how much infantry he A, started with in this operation, and B, how much infantry his guys have already killed. So there's a little bit of miscommunication there, but I'd imagine this group, we're going to see these guys coming in cross. I just saw what I was hoping is a double tap shot. We also see a grenade thrown. Is that a thermite? No, it's a smoke fizzling. Okay, weird. But yeah, these guys are going to cross and they're just going to battle line over. They got 30 minutes to do it. We also have the boats finally coming up to assist. I don't get why OFCRA will be defending this bunker position if the forces that went into the VIP's location died. This should be abandoned and these guys should be pushed to do something else, like make an offensive call to the airbase. And you got these 2 guys right here. They found the other 2 dead guys, so they should pick up the LR, which one of them did. Okay. But at this point, maybe Blue 4 is waiting for the boats to then cross, but again, the boats can't really cross that much. And might be seeing some blue on blue now. I did see one shot over a second ago. But yeah, now I think we just have some downtime here. Oh, yeah, Speed. You were a part of that OFCRA group? Yeah, you were. I watched that happen. That happened to, like, 3 random Blue 4 people, too. I wish I could tell you it's unbelievable, but that you were, like, the 4th or 5th death that happened to that on 3 separate instances. It's the funniest thing. Yeah. Nah, it happened to, they might not even still be on the server. It happened to Arakiru. It happened to Gazag, who I think woke up and then ran in here and now he's dead. He might have been blue on blued by that one little tap shot I saw earlier. And it happened to one other blue 4 player. One or two other blue 4 players that were a bit further south. Over here. So yeah, like 3 separate instances. It was weird. Boats driving by now, they're not mounting anyone up. See, it's weird because you would think the boats would then cross up here and then go and secure the coastal side of LZ, Alabama, and then you could potentially see units fly in. That has to be what's happening now. These guys are rushing ahead to go secure the naval side, and then this helicopter loaded with that squad that we saw pulled back is going to land up here and be the spearhead for the radio station as the rest of Blue 4 move in, which is why the rest of these guys are now moving on the coast. I wouldn't know why one boat wouldn't... Yeah, why wouldn't one boat stop to pick these guys off to then reinforce the northern put? There's so many weird calls being made by Blue 4. And I'm really trying to wrap my head around it. So yeah, these guys moving back, they're not going to find anything. They might wait till the hour mark as reserves to verify that they get this objective and then be flown in to assault the Citadel. These guys going to move in, try to, I guess, maybe clean out the bunker, maybe go right for the Citadel area. That's going to trade them out, perhaps. Blue 4 is going to end this with, like, a full platoon by the end, though. Like, it's weird. Like, I'm really trying to wrap my head around this one. Like, I guess Flip for Flap is just playing this really defensively, but at the same time, there's, like, little calls he could have made. But I guess he doesn't want this infantry group to be left high and dry. But that, again, shows me that he is greatly overestimating OpFor's capabilities with this mission. He doesn't realize just how understrength OpFor is at the moment. But I'm going to call it early a GG to Blue 4. I guess GG for Blue 4, because it's... Worst case scenario... Just with how OpFor and Blue 4 have been playing... This is pulling attention towards this position. But if you plan to land there, why would you... The only thing I can think of is they either are now going to try to pull forces away so they can land somewhere else, or again, Blue 4 genuinely thinks OpFor's camping the LZ and trying to spook them. Because this is only going to pull attention to the LZ. But again, it might just be Blue 4 genuinely thinks OpFor has a lot more infantry than they do. There was, it was 120 people total on the server, so... add an additional 10 players somewhere speed and you'll have it. Might be like 50 to 70 at that point. It looked like there was a 15 player advantage, maybe up to 20, so yeah. Alright, so Blue 4 going to be attacking with 7 people on the southern side. OpFor defending with 4, 5, 6, 8. But they are spread out a little bit. Ding. Hey, Grenbreak, how you doing, buddy? What were you playing? Arma, right? I'm just really confused why we're not seeing the boats ferrying people over as well. They're just being used as a bit of a stall piece. Just saw one do a circle, and then we have a helicopter waiting out here. And they're just... I'm so fucking confused with Blue 4 here. Alright, so the other helicopter just loaded another squad. Maybe these guys were then waiting for that other group that was sweeping the airfield to make sure they weren't getting back-capped. They were waiting for them to rejoin them, and now they're going to drop off on LZ, Alabama. It's not giving them a lot of time to assault the radio tower position, though. This Blue 4 group, meanwhile, is kind of falafeled around. We see all of these guys have now crossed the major river portion. They just have to get on the rice paddy and then walk that route up. but they're burning time. Yes, Pog Pay for Pain is tonight. It'll be in 3 hours and 40 minutes, but I will be starting it probably 30 minutes early. Just because we have so much, I can't spawn anything new on the server. There's so much shit. I think OFCRA's only chance of potentially winning this is holding the Citadel and holding the radio tower. They still have, let's see, 23 minutes on the radio tower. We do see some pretty high-level players up here that could do it, but I mean, Blue 4 are going to potentially hit that with like a 3-to-1 infantry number advantage. But I mean, Blue 4 could continue to drag their feet. Yeah, Pog's walking into a meat grinder. They were only able to hit 1 AO. It knocked out a little bit in the field, but there's still so much. But Pog has a few new advantages now that that number, the D goal, went up to nearly 10K. They didn't hit 10K exactly, though, which thank God for that. Otherwise, they would have gotten full arsenals, and then they would have had a bit bigger of an advantage. But I think this will be the last one where they have the limited arsenal, but they do have infinite switchblades. So I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of stuff on the menu get cleaned up. Yeah, I don't know what these two guys are doing. I think they're just out of play. They might be now going south to maybe hit the airbase, but that objective gets cashed out in 10 minutes, so I think they're just kind of out of the game here. OFCRA making the executive decision to pull the forces out of the bunker. They're giving up on that. They're going to reinforce at the Citadel. I agree with that call. Reconsolidate, reinforce, make it harder for Blue 4 to hit that final position. Maybe if there's time, run them up to the radar site to reinforce that. That'll lessen the advantage that Blue 4 has on that position. But we'll see if they're rerouted quickly. But I think Sam made a great call there by pulling that force away. Now we have the helicopter. What? Yeah, I don't know what to tell you with that one. Oh, there goes Lolo. And he's dead. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's why you stay in the helicopter at all times, okay? Because if you don't, that happens, all right? You know when you're riding a roller coaster and they tell you, hey, keep all of your arms and legs in the vehicle at all times before, while the thing's moving? You know, that's why. So you don't get flung out and die like that, you know? So they're landing here, not at LZ, Alabama. So what was the point of the boats going up and shooting up LZ, Alabama? I guess it was to pull aggro. And then you got Foxtrot, a group of 3 running up on their own. You have the boat right here firing at this OPFOR group. That's going to now pin them down. I think OPFOR is going to get free points at the radio tower because Blue 4 are just dragging their damn feet, which means this fight could go even. So I'm gonna recall my GG call there because Blue 4 is misplaying super hard. Yeah, so landing their force here, they got a little bit of a water thing, but now we're starting to see a move on here. If these 3 first attack, OPFOR picks them off, maybe we see more rush in, but with Blue 4 now controlling the bridge, I don't think they're going to move in there effectively. So this force is now cut off on the Citadel. The question is, can OPFOR hold this position for 20 minutes? It's going to take another 5 to 10, maybe even 15 for Blue 4 to get up there. And then running into resistance, I think OPFOR could hold. It's kind of funny that this all happened, though. I think they killed themselves with the AA gun, but, you know, as long as the rest of OPFOR doesn't misplay that hard. And then these guys land over at the LZ. What? No, they landed somewhere else, and I think the boat brought them up. What the... I'm so confused. So yeah, Blue 4 is just going to trickle in additional forces on this position, seemingly uncoordinated. Like, I don't know why both helicopters didn't just land. Okay, it's fine. I'm trying to apply logic to this. This is an OFCRA. Yeah, Charlotte's calling me out for that. This is an OFCRA PvP op. Logic on the winning side that should have superior comms Does not apply. It never did. Yeah, Blue 4 just role-playing as actual GI is getting lots constantly. You know, you're totally right. Once again, the 50 cal trying to fire into here. Almost scores a few kills there. Oh, it's Hoonie in the ass. And Blue 4 securing the bunker position. This is just a waiting game at this point. Choppers are really playing chicken with the AA gun. Klamis reloading. He's waiting to see if that chopper flies over again. I think the chopper's testing the waters here. Then you got the two OFCRA now crossing to the south. They might... I think by the end of the round, they've got 40 minutes to get up there. They'll get up there by then. So there'll at least be some last-minute reinforcing. But again, the real fight is going to be this position. And the fact that the helis aren't taking fire from this AA gun should indicate something. You got OFCRA now taking the better guns off of all these bodies here. So they're going to be equipped with AKs and whatnot. AK, submachine guns, all the good stuff. Cat's trying to get on top of this rock. Boat's coming around. Three-man group slowly running up. You got some OFCRA trail watchers here on both sides. But a lot of elephant grass in the way. And look at this Blue 4 battle line coming up. Ooh, they're going to hit that AO in 5. That's going to leave about 11 minutes for that OFCRA group to hold against a force twice their size. Well, good to see OFCRA at least drew their symbolism on the board here. You know what would be another good play, though? Seeing if Django utilized that RPG effectively and possibly went for some multi-kills. Here's another thing to consider, though. Depending on how well OFCRA does, if they're able to get a massive amount of Blue 4 kills, that's going to minimize the amount of Blue 4 that are actually able to take the Citadel. So you'd at least see OFCRA gain those 3 points on the Citadel based off of their hold here. However, Blue 4 already has 3 points from the CIA operative. Disabling the radio tower will give them another 3 points. That'll give them the point lead. So even if OFCRA takes the Citadel, the only way OFCRA can get more points is a supremacy bonus. And I doubt that's going to happen. These boats are just dicking around, man. They're reporting contact and then just spraying out whatever. All right, Katz immediately gets taken out. A grenade kills the shooter, though. Not a good start. And my symbolism has now gone away for selecting forces. Lovely. Another grenade gets thrown. Nemesis gets spotted, taken out by Ibnomane. That's the issue when you're standing on top of rocks and skylining. I don't know, that many OFCRA picked off that quickly compared to Blue 4 going down. I think this is going to be an easy Blue 4 sweep at this rate. Max 6 spots Igor because of that skyline side of the head headshot. Yeah, this is not looking good. And I just heard another OFCRA guy get picked off. That was Dream getting sniped from the other side. Oddball to Django running back. Blue 4 might have this group beat before the main force even gets up here, and then it's going to be a main steamroll. Blue 4 could end this game with a perfect score at this rate, too. That's the funny thing. I think top score for Blue 4 is 12 points. Top score for OFCRA was 14 points because they had a bonus objective with the CIA informant. I get, though, why OFCRA was up there so they could have total eyes on everything, but it just didn't really work out for him. Ibnomane pushing up on Dobbs. And Ibnomane beats out Dobbs with, oh my god. That's the M60, isn't it? And then Dobbs had him at 49, just couldn't find him. If no main double taps. A little bit of lag, a grenade is thrown. That's going to get a multi-kill there. All right, only one. Slight lag spike. Blue 4 lose a player. Op 4 throwing more grenades to be defensive here, but one gets blown away from a grenade as another one gets blown away by a grenade. Trading evenly is not in Op 4's strong suit at the moment. Giovanni doing a blind spray there. More Blue 4 reinforcements coming up. And then we also have Blue 4 moving up to now secure the bridge here. And it looks like Lolo got respawned after falling out of the helicopter. But again, my button for showing the KD ratio seems to be bugged out at the moment. This is all grenade bait. I'm going to call it now. That is all grenade bait. And they still have to hold it for another 13 minutes. I don't think we're going to see it. The only way for Op 4 to... Actually, no. There would be no way for Op 4 to win. There might not even be a way for Op 4 to win right now, considering the supremacy bonuses. If no main takes a random lucky shot from Jackson. More blind suppression. That has to be coming. Is that from an AK or a PK? That's an AK. Bro's just guessing, but I mean, good guess. M79 shots start coming in. That's one kill. Like I said, grenade bait objective. Another grenade perfectly shot in the top of the bunker. That kills that jackass. Blue 4 with M79s, and you got Op 4 packed in a tight AO. What did you think would happen? Another one firing on the top. Stalin, though, I think he got lucky with that grenade going a little short. He's now body looting here. We'll see if there's another GL fire. Looks like he's trying to do medical. Has some wounds right here. Grenade got fired up on that side. Might be some more smoke. RPG goes in. I think it hit the top of the bunker. Killer J firing overhead. And I think he was just killed off. 10.5 minutes. Can this Op 4 garrison of 4 hold against a group about 3 to 4 times their size? Meanwhile, Blue 4 pushing the northern side of the Citadel. They're going to try to end this early. They're confident in the force they have up here, but can these 4 Op 4 hold against this Blue 4 group? It could still happen. It's unlikely. I put it at maybe a 5% chance at this rate, considering the numbers. But if Op 4 throws some lucky grenades out, it's gonna have to be luck at this point. Maybe Op 4, you know, they looted the dead bodies here from that AA accident. Maybe they're up on nades. Maybe they're able to hold. All right, there's the 50-minute thing done. Failed by East, completed by West, so that's 3 points on the board for Blue 4. Next objective cashed in 10 minutes. Gotland trying to get another grenade in. He takes a grenade. Thermite grenade thrown in. That's going to blind Stalin's firing position, but he gets knocked out for that. But can Op 4 continue to hold? Meanwhile, you're having Blue 4 assaulting from the north. Can this defensive garrison also hold? Probably don't want to be on the rooftops with all these boats moving around. We see a Dishka firing out in the road here as they're actually getting some knockouts from some of the turrets that Blue 4 was bringing up that were stolen by Op 4, but they're knocking out things with those Dishkas. So a good start on the hold here, but a lot of Op 4 looking south. Another group trying to fan around, but Blue 4 pushing directly to the Citadel. Will it be enough? Looking back at the AO, we see a lot of smoke being thrown. Can Op 4 throw some lucky grenades? Giovanni trying to get on the roof to do Overwatch here. He's drawing some fire from a PKM. We see Blue 4 getting right up to the wire. No defensive grenades thrown out. That could be Op 4's mistake. Blue 4 now getting into grenade range. And we see one of the Op 4 picked off. 3 remaining. And a GL goes in, blows a guy away. 2 remaining. We just saw a Blue 4 guy get picked off. I don't know by what. Rick trying to fire into that position. Grenade goes short. Alex gets sniped out by Giovanni. Stalin being the last one remaining. Stalin trying to use that little firing position. A defensive smoke thrown up. Rick Hunter only had a bullet left in his magazine. GL goes a little high. He's trying to get that one little keyhole. More grenades being thrown out, but not at the angle Stalin needs. 8 minutes remaining. This is a decent hold by Blue 4. Blue 4 seem to be a little bit confused on where the where the contact is. That's been kind of a norm for this, but look at that. Blue 4 also pushing that final position. We see a knockout by Op4. Stalin's position being pushed. Grenade thrown right in. Stalin immediately running. He takes the handgun fire. Another grenade gets thrown in. And he backs up on it. Manages to avoid it. Rick Hunter now moving in. Emil doing some blind suppression. Another kill by Blue 4. Maybe some friendly fire there too. Rick's gonna finish this up. Wait! Oh no, okay, little lag spike there, but Rick took a few hits, but it was registered as his kill. Alright, Blue 4 of that position. Meanwhile, at the Citadel, there's only a handful of guys remaining. I think Op4 Command was just killed. Sam is dead. I honestly think this was a little rigged in Blue 4's favor. They had way too big of a number advantage. I get they wanted to, you know, have every asset, but damn. That 20-player bonus is really being felt here. And it didn't help, which this wasn't part of that number bonus, but, you know, Op4 lost 2 squads in the beginning and took nobody on Blue 4 with them. Another Op4 member lurking around the side just got killed by Lolo, who somehow survived his aircraft jumping out. I don't know. Now it's just a fight for this top tower as Kremet is holding the top floor here. Trying to look around to find more kills. Boats are harassing. This Op4 group went north. That was a mistake. I don't know if they were trying to cut off the bridge or what, but Kremet's the only one here that can really do anything. Blue 4 firing out of this position. Might see some blue on blue. Really hard to say if those boats are even that effective. It's a minor harassment. I think this scenario could have done with either one boat or no boats, but I get they were shooting for higher numbers. I don't know what this group of Op4 is doing. Like, they're completely out of position. They're not even in good spots to watch the bridge. I don't know why they're out there. That's a weird call to me. Kremet, I think, just got a pick off. Yep, on a random Anzac player with a stolen AK. I really want to know what button I need to press to... Oh, Lolo finds Kremet and kills him. Nope, knocks him out. Lolo's going to run up to finish him off. There it is. We just heard an RPG or something fire from back here. Those two crawling back in. Helicopters flying overhead here. I think Blue 4 have that objective done. And even if they don't, Blue 4 have control of the Citadel. This could very well be a perfect score if Op4 are knocked to 5 players or less. Right now they've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's at least 1 point of supremacy for Blue 4. Op4 might get supremacy as well because it, you know, 15 players is, you know, quite a bit, but I think Blue 4 have too many in assets right now. And I don't know what these Op4 chuckleheads are going to do. They're eventually going to run over to the Citadel, but I don't think they realize that the Citadel is no longer under their control. Because as they were positioning to try to set up a blocking position, Blue 4 pushed a squad from the north. That's all it took. I'm going to be honest, I think this would have been a bit more interesting if the CIA, like a group of like 4 started at the crash site itself. GL blows away one of those Op4 players. Literally where the smoke was in his guns, he's gone. And then Lolo blows away the other guy because they have no idea what the hell they're doing. But I think the CIA agent starting in Op4's control would have been a bit cooler. Looks like that dude woke up only to get picked off by these two because they're sniper team. But beyond that, I mean, the fact that the AA gun was getting random kills from that range was freaking hilarious. But Yeah, no, I agree. I think Blue 4 should not have had that big of a number advantage, because every time we've seen at least a 10-person number advantage on a mission, that side with that advantage always seems to win. So it looks like this group has regrouped. They're now going to attack from the high ground, but Blue 4 have the high ground control positions because they don't have to worry. GL's firing short on where OFCRA is coming in from. I think this game's about to be wrapped up. One knockout by Banks. At this point, fly the choppers over, just gun them down. You have nothing to lose. But yeah, Pog Pay for campaign will be back in about 2 hours. For the start of that, around 7:30, I want to get the server up early so they can start building kids, seeing what they've got. Maybe put up 1 million Switchblades. Hard to say. More grenades going out. Pussy Slayer is taking some shots there. Hooney's trying to utilize his scope here to get some pickoffs. Unsure if he's successful. I still see Swole and Banks up here. At this point, where's that helicopter support? Then you got Vaughn's heading down to deal with that 2-man group. Yeah, they don't seem to know how to even push this spot. I'm not seeing the helicopters flying over to immediately engage. I don't really know what the call is here. 1 more minute till those other objectives are cashed out. Fonz went back on his own. He gets picked off. Could still wake up. Opt for not opting to double tap. Honestly, they should, because that's why. Uh-oh. They hear his footsteps, though. I think Fonz just spotted Mons there. Yep. Wow. What in the bullshit bad luck was that? Jesus. I thought Fonz had him. But I guess one Op4 player needs to get lucky in this scenario, right? Because goddamn, they're not getting it anywhere else. And you got Henry in this spot. What does Henry have? Henry's a GI with an M16. He just heard random gunfire and heard someone scream. What's Henry gonna do? Alright, there's a 60-minute objective completed by the West. That's 6 points on the board. I think we have a Blue 4 victory at this point. Almost misplayed, but it wasn't. He's looking. We'll see if Op4 pokes their head out. I think they're busy looting the body. I'm going to be honest, if I was in Henry's shoes and I just heard someone die, I would just lob a grenade. I don't give a fuck if there's friendlies over there. If I'm trying to communicate with them and they're not replying, grenade. Ye old yeet cannon. So I'd imagine helicopter's going to pick people up over here. Gotland going to bleed out on that side, but yeah, they're just going to reinforce the Citadel and call it a day. Maybe then we'll see the helicopter start opening up. Yeah, Henry pushed up. He gets Mons. Fenrir looks around, unsure where those shots came from. He's going to run. Henry could track him down. Throws a rent. Wow. Wow. Henry immediately panics and fires at the grenade. Fenrir almost gets a free grenade kill. I'm surprised Henry survived. Takes minimal injury. What? Not even a wound? At that range? What bullshit is Henry on? Because he bled. I don't see a wound at all. little sus. Because he bled on the ground, but there's no visible wound. I don't see any trail blood at that range with the grenade. I need to see if Fenrir gets a shot on Henry, because if he does, then that should be a wound that we visibly see, and if it's not, I'm going to make an accusation. But we got to get there. Fenrir, you have to make a shot. Meanwhile, Giovanni runs into the frickin' hornet's nest and decides, yeah, I can do this. He has a stolen AK, though, and now you got the freaking helicopters strafing the gun turret. Giovanni's going to hear that gunfire, though. He has a stolen AK, so he can blend in with OFCRA's ID. He gets one drop. OFCRA down to 5. Takes some SKS fire. Knocks Pussy down. See, this is what a grenade should do. It's going to kill him. Chopper's now adding to the fray here. Almost a mid-air collision. But yeah, Blue 4 are going to have a perfect score because they've got OFCRA down to 5 people. That's going to be 12 points. I'm waiting. I want to see him bleed. Because that, not taking any damage from a grenade at that range is very sus. Notice where he's looking. Through all of the tall grass, he seems to know exactly where he is. Again, not making any accusations yet. That looks more reasonable. Yeah, now Fenrir's giving his position away. I don't know why. OFCRA, meanwhile, down to... I was going to say down to 2. They're down to 1. Ironically, it's the guy that was knocked out. Giovanni's just kind of looking around. And now James is getting shot at by the aircrew. The boat driving by, Hooney's just relaxing. Waiting to see if the boat sees him and just dings his ass, but I think the bushes are too close in the way. Fenrir trying to get a snipe on Ash. Henry's gonna home right in, and I guess I'll never know. Alright, Henry, take him out. Wah, wah, wah. Can Hooney channel his inner Adriano and manage to kill every player remaining on the server and win the match for OP? Well, he can't actually, but can he potentially tie the game by getting the super... Well, no. Blue 4 already has a supremacy bonus, so it could be like 9-6 total, and Blue 4 would still win. Can Hooney survive more than 20 seconds on the server? Find out in this OFCRA mission. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. And like that, Huni has survived 20 seconds alone on this server as he avoids helicopters, boats, and infantry. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, I want to go make dinner for myself. We'll be back at, 2 hours from now for, whatchamacallit, for Pog's Pay for campaign. It's pretty clear to see who won. Thank you so much for watching. Go operate operationally. Enjoy the rest of your day or night. Cheers, and have a good one. I agree. What are you... They're just dicking around. And the thing almost strafed him. You can see, though, that the AA effect is causing lag spikes, though. Alright, paying it out. GG.